Welcome. Welcome to our first episode of web data scraping series. And in this episode, I want to just talk about some of the basic prerequisites and also environment setup for you to follow along in the rest of the series. And in this episode, there will be no technical things yet, but I'm going to go through some of the backgrounds of this project and also some of the prerequisites you might want to know before you dive into the second episode. So in this series, I assume you to be able to at least do some basic programming in Python. And if you don't know what Python is, it is a high-level programming language. By high level, I mean it's really easy to use. The lower level a programming language is, the difficult it is to use. So being a high-level programming language, it means it's really easy to use. And if you know what Python is, you probably know what I'm talking about. And if you ever programmed before, you're good to follow along. And if you don't, you have never programmed in Python, what I would recommend is go ahead to YouTube and search for Python programming tutorial, and there are a whole bunch of them. But I like this one most, I would say, because it's up to date and then it's also well explained. Just go ahead and search Python programming space syntax, I guess, syntax. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's the way it's spelled. So just watch this tutorial series, and I think it's probably best to watch all of those because it's pretty concise and it's not gonna harm you at all. So enough about Python, and you might also notice that I'm using a Mac instead of a Windows computer. So what you also want to have, if you're happen to be on Windows, you want to download this. It's called GitBash, which is going to allow you to do pretty much the same thing as you would have on a terminal on a Mac. And if you're on a Linux, you probably know who you are, and you got the same thing. So just give you an idea, this is where you can issue direct command to your computer and ask your computer to do something. For example, I can say echo hello world, and it's gonna do just that, right? I can even have my computer say something in terms of having the speaker say something, but since you won't hear that, I'm using a headphone, so I'm just gonna skip that. Just to give you an idea, this is where you issue direct command to your computer. Make it simple. So once you have Python installed and you have GitBash installed, you are good to go. So enough. And I will also put the text version of the tutorial with sample code in our website. But right now it's just a boilerplate. It's bootstrapped website, so it doesn't really have anything on it yet as I'm recording. But later on I will just put the materials on there and you can check it out later. Alright, I guess that's pretty much enough for the very first introductory video, and I will stop here. From the next episode, we will start to do some real data scraping. Thanks for watching.